Hello and welcome to the latest video in our Curators Choice video series. Today we are focusing on this early printed book in front of me. A rather hefty tome that runs to 659 pages in total is Sebastian Münster's Cosmographia, published in the mid-16th century. If we have a look at the title page, we can immediately see that it was written in the vernacular German. A Beschreibung aller Länder, or description of all countries, it is, in essence, a proto-encyclopaedia, a book that attempted to list all knowledge of the world in one volume. Münster had originally wanted to write a book that would focus on his native Germany, but his focus quickly expanded. As I browse through the book, you can see just how far this focus actually expanded. Ordered geographically, it starts here in Western Europe, with a small section on the British Isles. It then travels east, with a large section on Germany, before heading to Russia and even further afield, listing countries in the Far East and Africa that were virtually unknown to Europeans in the 16th century. A rare first edition from 1544, the Cosmographia is so interesting as it represents a changing world, one reacting to the Renaissance. Published just 50 years after Columbus's first voyage to America, it was written when Europe was experiencing a profound and enduring upheaval in culture, politics, art and society. These new ideas can be best seen in the beautiful woodcuts that illustrate the text. This first one, an early woodcut image of a rhinoceros, is just one example of new zoological knowledge sweeping the continent. Very striking, it is, in fact, based on one of the most famous woodcuts of all time, executed 30 years earlier by German painter and printmaker Albrecht Dürer. If you look closely, you can see that the woodcut is not entirely accurate. The animal is shown with hard, plate-like armour and scales on all four legs, as you can see here. Such mistakes, though, are perhaps excusable when you realise just how new this knowledge actually was. Only 2 rhinoceroses are known to have visited Europe in the entire 16th century, so it's unlikely that the artist would have ever seen a live animal. These woodcuts, though, are not limited to the world of fact. In this image, you can see a whole range of mythical creatures: a monopod, a cyclops, a blemmie, or man whose head grows beneath his shoulders, and a dog-headed human. Münster takes the traditional viewpoint that such creatures inhabited Africa in this first edition, but as European knowledge increased, they were pushed further to the peripheries, shown to be races that existed in the still unexplored New World. Fortunately, the provenance of this important work is clearly documented. As it is bound together with this volume, a work on Danish history, we can see from this provenance note that the book was donated to the library in 1591 by the Welshman John Owen. This fact is further supported by the accompanying entry in the benefactor's book for the library. A fellow of New College, Owen was a famous writer of Latin epigrams and gave the book in his final year at New College, leaving Oxford to take up a teaching position near Monmouth. Thanks to Owen's donation, New College Library gained a book that was extremely popular. Due to its intriguing woodcuts and sheer depth of knowledge, the Cosmographia was an immediate success. As new information flooded into Europe, it was extensively reprinted and redesigned. Even in the author's own lifetime, it went through 8 printings. After Münster's death, revised and expanded editions continued to appear until 1628, with 35 editions produced in German, Latin, French, Italian and Czech. This first edition, therefore, is very special. Representing a changing worldview, it is the start of a new period of book production that will culminate in the publication of the first truly modern encyclopedias in the 18th century.